Hello, welcome back to a new video of Laurel and Chaplin Collectables. In this video I was able to find a whole load of my Film Fun annuals, all original Film Fun annuals from the times. So like starting off with this one for example, which is from 1938, which is a few years before World War II. And the thing that I love about Film Fun annuals is the artwork on the front of them. Now they're British, the annuals, and they first started around January 1920 to about September 1962, I think. And basically they would have a whole group of different film stars, mainly a lot of two-reelers, for example like Ben Turpin or Chester Coughlin, Fatty Arbuckle, Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd. In fact, Harold Lloyd, he would have been on the very first edition of Film Fun annual. And a little bit later there was Abbott Costello, who was another two double act comedians, which I absolutely love their humour also. But of course, Long and Hardy are always on the top. But starting off with this one, just on the inside, this is the only one where it has the most original photos of Stan and Ollie, which I absolutely love. That one there on the front, really great shot of them together as a portrait shot out of character. And then on the inside, there's, if I can find it, here we go, you have That's My Wife. So you have the story of the comedy from the short subject, That's My Wife, in the annual itself, and you have like a double page spread there. So some of them had like just a double page spread, or they went on to like 4 pages, which I have that in this one, for example. But this is probably one of the earliest ones I've got, 1938. I do know that they started Laurel and Hardy in the Film Fun annuals around 1930 to about 1959, so they kept putting them in comic strips throughout the years. And just for example of that, you have this one here, which is 1948, which I think is it looks like a Christmas issue, and you see Stan and Ollie at the top there, amongst other film stars of the day. And then just inside this one, for example, is actually with a blue and kind of reddy or bluey purple kind of colour, and reddy sort of orangey colour film strip there with Stan and Ollie. But as far as I know, the man that was responsible for a lot of their cartoon drawings was Bill Wakefield, which was the original artist that would have done Laurel and Hardy, amongst a lot of other film stars in comic strip form. This one is 1942. This is probably one of my favourite ones, just because of the artwork on the front cover of the Film Fun annual. Absolutely fantastic. And it has actually been scribbled out there, the 42, but on the inside, quite clearly on the front there, you've got Judy Garland. It's got annual 1942. So there you go. That's during the war years. So this is like right in the heart of World War II. This one. So that's interesting to have that. And then this is another favourite annual of mine, which is from 1943. Really love the artwork on the front of this one. That's from Trumpet Oxford, which is a 1940 feature. And then just for example, on the inside of this one, that's the front part of the comic strip, and that's just in black and white. And in between all these different comic strips, all different stars, whether they had Laurel and Hardy, Harold Lloyd, or Abbott Costello, for example, they had lots of other stories put in, like ghost ship, or like some sort of murder mystery. And then like that one there, you've got stolen on Xmas Day. So you have like these other stories that were in between the comic strips of the film stars, and very, very innocent of the day. And this is another one here. This is 1950. Again, a whole load of different film stars. Laurel Hardy there, Abbott Costello, and amongst others. Great artwork. And the things about the cartoon characters that they're always the same. Obviously, through being the same artist. Laurel Hardy at the centre there. This was a shot from Jitterbugs, got on the front of the annual, and that's 1951. Really great artwork. And I think this one is another Christmas one, 1952. It was Stan and Ollie in the middle, and that looks like a shot there from the Bohemian Girl. And then that's 1953. So I've actually got quite a few from the 50s, I think, and 40s. That's 1954. Abbott Costello again, Stan and Ollie at the top. And 55. Again there at the bottom. And then this one is from taken from A Haunting We Will Go, 1957. Again, that's another favourite. Really great shot there to put on the front of the annual. And then, I just almost missed that one, but on the back there you've got Abbott Costello, which was also the other double act that came after them. Really great shot. 1946, so this one is the after World War II. Abbott Costello, Laurel Hardy at the top. And then you have annual Film Fun 1947. All different characters, and then Laurel Hardy again here in the comic form. So really fantastic artwork, and they're not hard to get hold of. These, you can actually get them quite easily. Some are rarer than others. They can range from maybe around £6 to right up to £65–70, depending on the rarity of the annual. Like for this one, for example, was pretty pricey, as it's an early one, which is 1938, which is before Second World War. So it's going to be rarer and more sought after. And then just to move on from the Film Fun annuals themselves, you have this book here. Book of Wisecracks, which is a small book that was put together with a 1937 issue, I believe, of the Film Fun annual. So this would have been with the annual when it came out, that came with it. But when it came out, this was obviously all in red, so this was all in colour. And then all inside, you expected maybe it to be more jokes on connected to Laurel Hardy or whatever, but it is actually all comic book strips on Laurel Hardy, all on the inside, and all just different stories and adventures on them. And together with, near the beginning of the book, you have real photographs of Laurel Hardy themselves. So really great little book to get hold of. I'm not being too careful with this book because it is actually only a copy. This is the replica, which I can sort of study and handle and go through in more detail. And if you were to find the original to this, which is also what I have, so this is now the original copy that I have, that stays in its plastic covering, and it doesn't come out. So it's good that I have the copy, that I can go through it and look at it that way without damaging the original. And they are extra rare to get hold of, this, and they probably range from maybe, I've seen them probably around about £90 to £200 or more because of the rarity. Just especially when it's a paper material item, it's just really difficult to get hold of. So I hardly see these. I'm just very lucky and fortunate to have this one. So it's a great piece to have to go with the Film Fun annuals. And So yeah, so that's it for this video, and I'm just showing this one again because I absolutely love the artwork on that. Great shot of Stan and Ollie there. Really, really great. I always wonder if actually, Laurel and Hardy ever went through these annuals themselves during their time, whether they ever found them anywhere or had them themselves and just read through them. But they are really, really great to add to a vast collection of Laurel and Hardy memorabilia. So yeah, so that's it for this one, and again, hope to do more soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Bye.